Hi, it is Sunday. It's Sunday. I'm pretty sure it's Sunday. I would like to do something a little bit different today. I had someone tell me the other day that they'd never had a crystal reading before, and I like to start with crystals. I have this bowl here, and I like to start with these when I read for my clients one-on-one, because I just get really clear messages off of the crystals, and I also feel like the crystals help clean the space and help me to channel more clearly. So I'd like to introduce you to the crystal reading. Sorry if it's loud. These things pick up all the noise. Nope, I need to hide that one. Nope, they want it out anyway. 2, 3, 4. Okay, we're gonna go around the deck on this one. If I could just show you, I don't know how to show you my crystals without like messing up everything I'm doing here. So I have a mat laid out here on my, I don't know if you can see it or not. I'm just gonna take this out. You're gonna see my house. So this is what I have here. I have a mat laid out, and then I lay out my crystals. I just pull them randomly from this bowl and I lay them out. And then I get messages and stories off of these crystals. Let me see if I can wedge this back in here. We're just going to improvise. Y'all, this is the real me. This is how I am. This is how I live and operate my life. Okay, so we want to talk about, first we want to open your minds a little bit and talk about dimensions and past lives. I know, maybe, I mean, if you're watching this, you might be open to this and to this idea. First, they just want to open this up to you. They want to open this idea up to you because some of you have a difficulty believing of any type of existence outside of the here and now. But what do you think happens after you die? Do you really truly think that this, and the existence of the planet and humanity, that your lifetime being this tiny, tiny speck is all there really is? Do you really believe that for yourself? Because it just doesn't seem like everything that we do, my husband's trying to call me, I'll have to call him back, that everything that we do in this one tiny speck of time summarizes our eternity for us. Does that seem? Just challenge your way of thinking, because I always thought that back when I was a conservative Christian. I would always be like, what about people who die when they're 13? What they did up to the time they're 13 determines their existence in eternity, heaven or hell or whatever it is. How is that right, and how is that fair? So what we would invite some of you to understand is that the soul is so much more precious than this short lifetime that we live. And the soul has journeyed through so many things before this lifetime that we're in. And the soul has its own plan in this lifetime. And that's why you feel drawn to things. That's why it doesn't make sense to you, because nobody in your family is an artist or a musician or a cook. But you just feel drawn to this. Your soul has things it wants to do. And the more you logically downplay your dreams and your hopes, the more you deprive of yourself of living in your true purpose and in your true destiny. So even if you don't want to believe outside of the things that you've learned and you've been taught, you do identify with this, that your soul is wanting to do things that are outside of what's expected for you. And what we would encourage you to do is jump. All right, Amazonite. There's someone here who we want to talk about the cold weather, escaping the cold weather. I'm just seeing like iceberg, dead ahead, and you're just miserable. and you can't seem to get out of it. I know this sounds very practical, but what we're wanting to offer you is that there's a lesson. There's a lesson to be had in the cold. And let me explain. I was taking a shower the other day, and I like hot showers. I like the hot shower, and I just like make it hotter and hotter and hotter, is like as much as I can tolerate, because it just feels so relaxing. But I was being challenged, encouraged to try and take a cold shower, and I was like, I mean, F that. That's not happening. But I just kept feeling drawn to it, and I kept hearing in my head, but there's a lesson in the cold shower. There's a lesson in the cold shower. So I decided to just like lukewarm it and stood there and it's like, okay, so what's the lesson? And I just kept hearing in my head, you're not cold, you're hot. What are you feeling? You're not cold, you're hot. What are you feeling? Well, I was feeling this, sorry for the sirens, this cold water falling on my head, but as soon as I got to my head, it was warming up, and then I was feeling this warm water coming down my body, and it was so interesting. And so I was hearing, well, now why don't you try the cold? And I was still like, that's not happening. And so I stepped out of the shower and just turned it on cold. And I stuck my hand in there. I was like, what kind of lesson is there for me to learn when I hate the cold? I don't like it. Like, winter, fine. Bundling up, being inside, having the fire going, fine. But cold water is not, no. But I decided to jump in. And I'm standing there. I'm not even shivering. I'm just thinking those words in my head. You're not hot. You're cold. You're not cold. You're hot. What are you feeling? You're not cold. You're hot. What are you feeling? And just by breathing and thinking about what am I feeling took the sting of the cold away from me and helped me to go inward and recognize that no matter what is happening on this outside, I can be steady and calm on this inside. So we're not saying that you can escape the winter or you should stay in your house and stay warm. We're saying that whoever this is resonating with, who absolutely hates the cold, this message is for you. That whatever is going on in your life, whatever the chaos or whatever the pain or whatever, the external circumstances are, go within. You can find peace. And you can be at a place of stability within yourself, regardless of what's happening in the world outside of you. You don't have to let this determine what's happening here. You can just say, but I'm not drama, I'm peace. I'm not cold, I'm hot. What am I actually feeling? What am I actually feeling? What are these circumstances teaching me about myself without me getting caught up in the feelings of it? Good? We have carnelian here, which is an amberish, healing, inflammation, kidney, toxins in your kidneys. And you're thinking, I know, but what's the point? It is already the way it is. You can choose that. You can stay the way things are, but you don't want that. That's not what you want for yourself. What we're inviting you to do is to ask yourself, why am I doing this to myself, though? We use addictions and addictive patterns to mask the things that we don't want to look at. And that's what we do. What is it that you don't want to look at? And why don't you want to look at it? Why don't you just start there? Why don't I want to look at that? Maybe sit with that for 5 minutes. And then maybe tomorrow sit with that for 10 minutes. Maybe call a therapist. Maybe call me. But there's a reason why you are allowing this toxin into your body. It's not because it's your nature. It's not because it's in your DNA. It's because you're hiding something from yourself that you just don't want to look at. Or maybe you know what it is, but you don't have the courage to dig it out and let it heal. But you have people to live for. You have things you want to do in this life. But what it is that you're taking into your body is going to limit that. So, when you're ready, when you're willing, do some discovery work. Reach out to somebody, get some help, assistance, love, guidance, compassion. Reach out. We have jade here, which jade is a heart healing stone. Number one, someone with heart trouble, historic family heart, like congestive heart trouble, and you've done everything that you can to counteract that. What we want to talk to you about is it's psychological. Yes, we say, oh no, it's not. This is in my genetics. It's, you know, a congenital disease. It goes back in your family history. It's from your head. It's from your thoughts. You're creating damage in your heart. You're creating pain in your heart, and you're not allowing it to heal. There's a lot of bitterness there, like calcification, things that you hold on to from childhood that you won't forgive because you have the right to be angry. Let me tell you this. You do have the right to be a victim. I mean, what happened to you was not okay. You have the right, but does it serve you? We could go around saying, oh, this bad thing happened to me. Woe is me. I'm a victim. I'm a victim. Or we could say, because this thing happened to me, I learned a valuable lesson and I've grown in these amazing ways, and I can help other people who are going through this struggle and pain. So, was it a blessing? I know that's a very challenging, scary thought for you out there, but maybe it was a blessing. What we like to offer you is jade. If you have a pendant or something that is jade, we're inviting you to wear it. I'm feeling like actually there's something jade from a loved one that you've had damage with. Maybe dig it out of your jewelry box and put it on. If you resonate with what I've just been talking about, go and get a piece of jade of any kind. Put it in your shirt pocket, stick it in your bra. Thank it for helping you heal your heart and helping to remove that calcification, and keep it on your person. Somebody out there needs some boundaries. We have glass obsidian here, which you think you are trapped in this box. I'm trapped. I can't get out. I'm just this way. I am who I am. I am what I am. It's a trap. It's like I'm stuck in this box. It's not true. You're in a box that you're letting other people put you in. You're letting them say, you can't do this. You can't do that. You should do this. You should do that. You need to do this. You need to do that. You have your own voice. You don't need to listen to these voices anymore. You don't. You have your own voice. So, find the things that make you happy and don't make any excuses for people anymore. Do them. And when they ask you, why are you doing this when you should be doing this? You say, because I like it. Because I like it. Because it makes me happy. Because it brings me joy. But why aren't you doing this? Because I don't want to. Because I don't like it. It doesn't make me happy. It doesn't bring me joy. All right? For you, the boundaries are just assertiveness and being willing to ignore what people are telling you is right and wrong and shoulds and shouldn'ts. I actually made a t-shirt. If you want one, let me know. It says, don't should on me. I was inspired by a friend who might actually watch this video. Don't let people tell you what you can and can't do. Make some boundaries. Limit the access that these people have to your psyche. Because if you keep letting them come in, you're never going to truly live. Well, thank you for trying this with me today. I hope this hits home. Reach out. Let me know if it resonated.